You have a choice whether to succeed or to fail. It's your choice. How many of you want your children not to forget your name? I need to be sure. Because I remember that when I was leaving school, I was considered not to be a nobody. But today my children are happy that I'm their father. The people that people thought were going to metamorphose into something, they are driving Ubers now. They came out with second class Uber, but they are still driving Uber. Your academics does not guarantee you will be first in life. Whenever you want to take decisions in your life, there are people that pull you down. You need to leave them alone, because your friends determine your values. Your values determine your decisions. Your decisions determine your actions, and your actions determine your results. If your results are wrong, check your actions. If your actions are not the best, check your decisions. If your decisions are not working, check your values. If your values are not the best, check your friends. If you want to change your future, change your friends. Simple. You are the average of 5 people here. 5. If I know your friends, I'll tell you your future. Simple. Show me who you talk to. Your friends do not only include the people you talk to, they include the books you read, the pages you research online, your mother that you listen to, your father. Those are your friends. The people that influence you are your friends. So I decided to look for new friends. I went online. I look for Grant Cardone, Russell Brunson, look for T.D. Jakes. I look for people that speak nuggets into my head. I blast my medulla oblongata 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour at night, every single day. I'm not listening to Okebe Super. I'm not listening to news. I'm not listening to any other thing. I need things that will change my mind. Show me your friends and I'll tell you your future. If you want to change your future, change your friends. Look at yourself. You dress like your friends. You all look alike. So if I look at your dressing, I know your friends. I know your friends. From the way you talk, I know your friends. Who do you spend time with? What do you read? Iron sharpened iron. Iron sharpened iron. If you are going to come out as gold, you will need to go through the fire. And trust me, I will burn the rubbish out of your head. I will clean it up. I will not pity you. Some people here have come to my tribe meeting. 30 days, I'll sit down with you. 9 to 10. God help you if you are late. You are in trouble with me. I will remote your medulla oblongata. I will turn it. By the time you come out, you'll be as pure gold. Anything, nothing will shake you. Nothing will shake you. Because you need to build character first. I don't care who you are. Your money cannot help me because you will die without it. A good name is better than lousy. Insanity is defined as doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. If you are going to succeed tomorrow, you need to change the way you behave today. Stop that bad behavior. I need you to prepare for dominance. Whether you like it or not, domination has come. It is by choice. A man that I respect so much, his name is Grant Cardone. He was the one that created this word called 10x. 10x is the man called Grant Cardone. Next slide. Grant Cardone was somebody that made a statement that anybody can be successful. Don't let anybody deceive you that is not everybody that's going to be so. Everybody can be successful. Every single person can be successful, including you, including you, including you, including you, including you. Every single person under the sound of my voice can be successful. There are people that are sitting here. They have looked at you have looked at your result. Your result is showing that you will graduate with a 10th class. Your result is showing that you will not come out as a good student. You are even afraid to go back home to your parents and say, Daddy, Mommy, I have failed. Come on, come on, come on. It is because of you I am here today. They're telling you that the instruction of your lecturers that whether you have failed or not does not mean you are going to fail. I don't care what anybody has said about you, because somehow in this discussion you will hear my own story. Success is your duty. It's your duty. It's your duty. It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to succeed. Your father does not owe you anything. Your mother does not owe you anything. The government does not owe us anything. Nothing. We need to stop it. You are not too young to be rich. I'm going to say it to you. You can be rich. Say, I hear you. I hear you. Next slide for me. A lion, the Panthera leo, the African lion, is not the strongest animal in the forest. It is not the tallest animal in the forest. It is not even the fastest animal. It is called the king of the jungle because of one thing. It has an attitude. When a lion wakes up and he sees an elephant, it looks at the elephant and says, this elephant is food. And he goes and attacks that elephant. But if that elephant should step on it, one, it will kill the lion. Because the lion thinks that this is food, he attacks it. When the elephant sees the lion, looks as if, boss, I'm not there here, has left, it has disappeared. Because he's afraid of the mindset. What mentality do you have? Your problem is not your location. Your problem is your thinking. If you can think enough, what you have is more than enough. Your problem is not beneath. Your problem is your brain. If you can change the way you think, people will come to you. Alexander the Great said something, said, I am not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep. I am afraid of an army of sheep led by a lion. How many lions do we have in here? Talk to me here. I will shake your table because I need you to survive. If you die without releasing your gift, you are ashamed to this world. Because God sent you here with a gift. And that gift, everybody must partake of it. 25 years ago, God said there was a problem in Benin. And he needed you to come and solve it. That's why you landed in Benin. You have to wake up, cultivate your gift so that the world will benefit from you. Small boy, like what's his name, whiskey. People are eating all this gift. English he may not be able to speak, but yet everywhere now they are paying for his gift. What is your own gift? Your gift is something you can do without any effort. A fish does not need to go to school to learn to swim. What can you do without going to school to learn? That's your gift. All you need to do is to cultivate it. All you need is to groom it. All you need to do is to till the ground, work on your gift. Look for people that can bring out the gift to you and make it happen. Now, once you do that, it will not develop. If you want to 10x your life, there is this word that you need. You need attention. Attention, money follows attention. Wherever there is attention, money will always be there. You need to get attention. You need it. Because money always follows attention. I am not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep. But I'm afraid of a pack of sheep led by lions. I came here to raise lions. I came here to provoke you. I came here to disrupt you. I came here to set that fire inside you. No matter the recession in the forest, a lion will never eat grass. Monkey no the bongo. No. A lion is not the tallest animal in the jungle. A lion is not the biggest animal in the jungle. A lion is not the fattest animal in the jungle. A lion is not the fastest animal in the jungle. So if you ask the lion, did you pass your fastest animal exam? He will say no. Did you pass the longest animal in the jungle? He say no. Did you pass the biggest animal in the jungle exam? He will say no. Did you pass the wisest animal in the jungle? So what did you get in fastest? F. What did you get in strongest? F. What did you get in this one? F. What did you get in this one? F. So in your school set exam, you get F, 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 F. No problem. But yet he's the king of the jungle. Your academics is not a guarantee for your success. Keep your first class one side. Keep your 2-1 one side. Keep your 2-2 one side. Show me your attitude. A lion will look at an elephant. He say, I will eat this. Because that is how he thinks. An elephant will see it and run away. It is not a function of your size. It is a function of your attitude. Walk to that person and say, you need to be in this platform. Otherwise, you will look for me tomorrow. Start talking to them now. Stop pity them. Time is ticking. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Where are my lions? Can I hear you say ahoo? So at this point in time, it is important that you know that decisions make men. What decision do you want to take today? What decision do you want to happen in your life? What decision do you want to see in 5 years' time? Everybody overestimates what you can accomplish in 1 year, but you underestimate what you can accomplish in 5 years. Stop thinking short term. Think about the long term. Money follows attention. You are too quiet for success. Once you make noise, you command attention. Hey, we don't show. Everybody was born naked. Everybody. There is nobody I know that came out with shoes, iPad, BlackBerry. Nobody. Everybody came out naked. The only thing a baby comes out is the fear of falling down and the fear of a loud noise. Every other thing you learned to be poor. So if you're going to be successful, you have to unlearn poverty and learn success. Unlearn poverty and learn success. I was tired of 1,000, 5,000, 20,000. I was tired. My brother, small money is bad. So I wrote on my wall 100 million. I wrote it on the wall. Big paper. I will lie down by my bed on the floor. When I wake up, it's 100 million. I see. I wrote it on my ceiling, 100 million. When I turn like this, 100 million. Turn like this, 100 million. In my bedroom. Turn like this, 100 million. My toilet, when I'm sitting on the throne, 100 million. This book will not pass me by. Whatever you look on, once there is a will, there will always be a way. I put a target on my mind, 100 million, and I put a time, 1 year. 1 year. When you put a target and a time, direction will appear. What is your target? What time do you have? When you put a time and a target, you turn to a madman. The world does not excuse the road for human beings. It's when you are mad, the road will clear. Stop thinking about 500,000. When you have a time and a target, everything changes. Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, my mentor, my boss, says in Africa, when a gazelle wakes up, it has to run faster than the fastest lion, otherwise it will be eaten. It says also in that same Africa, when a lion wakes up, it has to run faster than the fastest gazelle, otherwise fastest gazelle, otherwise it will not eat. The moral of the story is whether you are a gazelle or a lion, when you wake up. In the beginning, God created. When he created you to become a co-creator. Yes, you may be working for somebody. You are there to learn, study, to show. There is a part of your life you must show. Show yourself approved after you have been tested and tried. A man rightly dividing. What are you made of? When God put man, the next thing he said, have dominion. It was not an advice, it was a command. God is not advising you to be rich. He commanded you. Your poverty is an insult to God. 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 45 says if you are 20 years old, you are able to go to war. If you are 20 years old and you are still in your father's house, it's a shame. Stay with me. So today we are going to break the rule. We have sat down together. We have sat down alone. It's time for us to break the rules. It's time for us to break the rules.
It's time for us to break those rules. Normalcy will not be accepted.
Hello everyone, how are you guys? Have you shared the video, guys? Let's share, let's share. Did you share the video? Did you share the video? Let's share the video, guys. Let's share the video. Your friends, your family, your enemies. Okay. Someone says can't hear, not see anything. Is it only me? Can you guys hear me? I want to be sure you guys can hear me. Or is it just that person? Thank you for that comment. Can others hear? Can others see me? Hear me? Or just for that particular person? Ooh. Okay, guys, let's get started. We're going to look at the charts briefly. I'm going to get into the chart. So the first thing is, what is happening now? What is happening now in the market? Right now we're at the start of what I would call a relief rally, and we're about to have a relief rally. We're about to have a run. Sorry, we're about to have a run in the market, a very crazy relief run in the market that is going to run for the next 2 to 3 straight weeks. And after that, there's a greater likelihood that the month of March will be disastrous, right? Will be disastrous. I'm talking about crypto, talking about a whole lot of what I see sometimes affect the other aspects of the market, which I have taught us over and over again on the ripple effect, right? The ripple effect that usually starts from from bonds to stocks to indices to currencies to crypto. I've taught us all that before now, so we already understand that. But whatever I'm talking about now is referring to the market, right? So Bitcoin, because the question is going to be like, how disastrous can it be? We may see Bitcoin get to like 80,000 to as low as 70,000. So somewhere between 70,000 and 80,000 is very possible in the month of March. And we could get to see Ethereum drop to somewhere around 2,000 and even lower than 2,000. So let's say somewhere around 1,900 and 2,000 in the month of March. So any form of swing trades that we are getting in on, and obviously if you're in the bull run group, you're already in maybe a trade or two or whatever. So for any form of swing trades that you are on now or we are on now, you should make sure you leave that trade by latest by the 26th of this month. And you know, whenever I say to give a particular date, I always talk about the plus minus effect of 2 days before and 2 days after, right? So let's say I could say, okay, I'm getting out of the market on the 26th, but maybe 2 days earlier on, it starts, the market starts, let's say, reversing as I'm anticipating earlier than I expected, or maybe it doesn't even take place at 26. It decides to take place 2 days after that 26, so somewhere around 28, right? Do we have 28 on this December? 20 days. No, anytime I want to calculate the days of the month, I always do this thing that we used to say in primary school. So the 20 days have, is it September? I mean, February. 30 days have September, April, June, and November. All the rest are February alone. There's a way we used to sing it. I forgot how we sing it. But anytime I start calculating the days of the month, I always sing that in my head. I don't know. Let me check the calendar. If okay, I can use my PC. This month ends on 28th. Yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm correct. So let's say 2 days after, maybe decide to delay the 2 days after on 28th. But regardless, 26 is the key time whereby I want to be sure that whatever swing trade. So that's why I also gave the emphasis that okay, we're gonna have a crazy run. We're at the start of a crazy run, and definitely it's gonna take the space of the next 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. And now this is the thing. There will always be people who do not join live stream sessions, do not come on the sessions, and these people are always going to be sidelined, right? And the truth is, but as long as you keep up with the live stream session, you're keeping up with joining the private platforms, it will give you an edge. For example, this retracement and dip that has happened now, I talked about it a couple of times. I shared about it a couple of times way before it happened. And also, if you're now, let's say, in the bull run group, I made very much good emphasis on it back to back. And I even also gave specific entries on a number of coins, and these were far entries. These were like 20-30% deep entries. And every single one of those entries that I gave, if those in the bull run group, all of them picked. As the dip happened, it picked everything and moved everything back in profit. So if you are not in the bull run group, let's say you're just following up, you will still have made money from the foresight, from the forecast. And now this is the thing people used to ask me, because we're about to go into the chart, right? We're about to go into the chart. Whatever I'm doing is not, I want to make people understand that I know a lot of people who are focused on bragging. And those of you who have been following me know that I'm not one that brags. I'm not somebody who brags. Everything I do, my record, my data is evident there online. You can literally go through the YouTube channel for the past months and years and see every single prediction I have done. And you can decide to now write all of them out and calculate how many came to pass and how many we missed. And out of the 10, basically maybe 2 out of 10. So we had an 80% accuracy, right? But however, that's even not the emphasis. I always make you guys understand that whatever I'm doing is not peculiar to just me. Anybody can do it if you give yourself to it. And whatever is not as if so the fact that I'm able to give a projection of what could happen in the market weeks ahead, months ahead, and even as far as sometimes the dates, the timing as well. All these things are all on the order book, right? If you are trading with the order book, everything is there on the order book. So if you're able to interpret the order book data, you'll be able to know who is buying, who is selling. So maybe I may just have had where I could have an edge because I have a degree in finance, right? I have a degree in finance and I have a degree in finance, being a financial analyst, working in the industry. So a little bit of that edge, being able to work in an institutional platform gives you an edge. You're able to read order beyond just somebody who is only a retail trader. But however, regardless, if you can literally understand the order book, you can literally interpret and say, okay, this is what's going to happen. So we're going to look at the chart. But one thing to know is the chart, as per what all of us, majority people know and what we see now, the candlesticks, they don't show you the direction of the market. Whatever 99% of people, traders, the most popular ones do when you come on the chart is more like all guessing, is a game of probability. It's a game of guess-based probability. What the chart shows you, which we are going to show, is what is happening at the moment. And based on what you see that is happening at the moment, you can now use your strategy to plot your trades based on your strategy. But if it's when it comes to directional bias, the most important thing, now I'm speaking in terms of it happens in every other asset. The most important thing is the other books, right? The other books gives you an edge, which a lot of people in the market will not have. So if we go to the charts and show if we go to the chart and show you what's it called, we're going to go to the chart briefly, but so now based on what I'm saying and based on what we are expecting in the market, so I don't want people to, now I've seen what we're expecting, what we're looking at in the next couple of weeks. The question and the most important thing is, how then do we make the most amount of money in the next 3 weeks? So Shifu, if you're saying that this is what we're going to expecting about if and this is what we're going to be expecting about, my mind is skipping. So if this is what we're expecting, and then we see another retracement to take place in the month of March, then that means the current focus is okay. Now, this is what happens in the market. A lot of people get confused as usual. A lot of people, even your favorite influencers, a lot of them are confused. They don't even know what is going on. And you will see it on the chart. You see people be crying. And when people are at the peak of, like this is always happens over and over again. It's like a roller coaster. And the truth is, not everybody's even led, not people paying attention. Because if you look up, we say buy the fear. We buy when people are fearful, we sell when they are greedy. The fear and greed index, if you look at it now, it's way down. So let me look for the fear and greed index briefly and open it, and we'll start from there before we go to the charts and look at the few pictures. So, but whatever I'm saying now is very important, and it's like emphasis for every other thing that will be talked about. This my stuff is melting. Okay, so as of yesterday, the fear and greed index was somewhere around was it dropped to fear. So a lot of people were fearful. A lot of people were fearful, right? We're already in the fear stage. And then I said, and that was when I gave a trigger. We should get in, we should buy. And then currently, the market is neutral. The market is neutral. Now, what you're seeing here on the screen, this market is going to cross 70 and get from greed, we may most likely even enter into extreme greed. This is, I'm talking now before the 28th, right? Let's say latest by the 28th of this month, we should get to that extreme greed. And once we are there, there's already a sign whereby we should just be ready and make sure that we are now getting out of the market by then, or get out of the market also. So now the question is, between now and when it gets into the point of extreme greed, before the next retracement, which we're anticipating that is going to happen, how then do we make the most amount of money? That is why this live stream is being held, and that's why we're holding it now instead of waiting till Sunday. And like I said, we're going to be having like 2 live streams every week going forward as well. So no matter where I am, I'll try to make myself available. Look, I'm having that. So how do I make the most amount of money within the next 2 weeks? Number one thing that is very most important. If you are here on the call and you're not on the bull run group, you're not on the ETF, do yourself the best thing. The best thing you do for yourself is to make sure you are there. The predictions I'm giving, the guides I'm giving alone, not even talking about trade now, only the predictions and the guides are priceless. They will save you a lot from a lot of mistakes a lot of people are making out there. A lot of people are clueless. They are navigating the industry without any understanding. That edge you get it when you are in the bull run group. Make sure you can pay and join in the group or join the ETF. There are a lot of testimonies that I have not even been bothered. Usually, we always see when I post, either I'm posting testimonies or I'm posting the summary of our calls and so. I don't even care right now. Most of the testimonies I post now, I only post it inside the bull run group just to encourage people there, to those who are within the group, to sit up that this is what this person is doing, this is what this person is doing. So in other words, my concern is that the number of people who are having results within the group increases, not even for the general public. Because I always make a statement that I'm not called to the public. I'm not called to the world. I'm not Jesus Christ. I'm called to an exclusive few. And the exclusive few are those who really want to make crazy amount of potential profit, wealth, progress, and financial results in this bull run. Those are the set of people I'm called to. So those who I'm called to will listen to me. Those who I'm not called to will not listen to me. There's no hard feelings about it. That's how I understand it. So if probably I'm called to you and you are called to me, then I know that definitely we will relate. We will meet at some point, and maybe this is going to be the meeting point for you. And there's something I used to always say. Yeah. Now, this is a little bit of this. I always say this about life. that the number one way you know a man's time has come is that his eyes will be open. His eyes will be open. It's not about how connected the person even is. It's not about, because you can be connected to the right people in the right places and yet you will still not progress. And whatever I'm saying now is not even just particular to is crypto alone. Generally in life, you can know you can be connected to the best people in this world, the most intelligent, the smartest, the richest, the wealthiest, and yet you will not succeed in life. That is how it is. In fact, you can even be very intelligent, very smart, very knowledgeable, and yet you will not succeed. Number three, you can even be very hardworking. You are very hardworking, yet you will not succeed. The secret to success is light. And when I mean the light, it's what your eyes has been open to see that you were never seeing. You were never seeing. The day a man's eyes opens and begins to see, like I always say, we look with our eyes, but we see with our mind. Sight is of the mind and not this eye socket. So what we can see in the mind is what comes through the eye. So we look with our eyes, but we see with our mind. And the proof you know somebody's time has come is that his eyes will open. Most of the people who I mentor closely, who I call and I speak to, maybe once a month or maybe once in every 2 months or once every week or so. When I begin to start speaking to them, sometimes they are writing one. I speak to them maybe for an hour or 2 hours or just 30 minutes conversation I'm having with them over the phone. They've written a full book, Why? The wisdom that is coming to them, what is happening, their eyes is being opened. What they are able to see because of the place I am in from, I am now guiding them to open their eyes. And that is what caused the light bulb. That is what caused the breakthrough. The same thing in crypto, the same thing in any industry in this world. When you use the word, say, person show me the way, that is the thing. That's the key thing there. So it's very, very important. Join that. Now, number 2 point is embrace the losses, and the wins will be inevitable. Embrace the losses, and the wins will be inevitable. I repeat, embrace the losses and the wins. A lot of us think like, now, this year, just this January alone, I've made profits. The whole profit that I made the whole of 2024 combined. I made a lot of money in 2024 combined. Only January alone, between January and now, I've made that money already. That means I've made insane amount of money already. But the second question now is, despite making this money, I've also had some of the biggest losses ever. But guess what? When I calculate everything, the profits are outweigh the loss. So if you, like I always say, that if you do not embrace the red, you do not qualify for the green. You don't qualify for the green. So you want to make sure you embrace the losses, and the wins will be inevitable. Now, why do I say that? Even with how, let's say, good I am, or how discreet I am, let's say I'm being very careful, I don't want to throw a lot of plays, there will still be 1 or 2 that we still flop. And the flopping is not, let's say, on my part, right? It's on certain events that you can't control. The people who create these projects, first of all, you don't even know what is going on in their mind. You don't know what is going on in their mind. Maybe there may be 2 or 3 groups of 3 persons in a team, and 2 of them is genuine. And maybe 1 out of those 3 is a devil. And that devil might just wake up one day and then sell off the team project and liquidate everything. And then all of us who are believing and banking up, we are messed up. We can't predict how human beings will be. Because for every project you invested in, it was created by somebody. Something could just go wrong out of the it is not in your control. How are you going to explain this? You are very confident about this thing. You have the belief that this thing is going to do well because of what you know, the people who are pushing it, and then you sleep and wake up the next morning and see that it has dropped in value. How will you explain that? It happens. And if you're not ready for that, crypto is not for you. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything to you. Crypto is not for you. If you're the type that, okay, because of This is the funny thing that used to happen. When that kind of thing happens, is it painful? Yes. Will you feel bad? Yes. And like I always say that people who say that and you kill your emotion, we know they kill emotion anything. Emotions can't be killed. You can't kill emotions, but you can manage it. For every project that I've invested in that has wrong, whether the ones I don't talk about publicly or the ones I talk about publicly, so I feel it because I'm not the kind of person who I'm waiting. Let me let's say I'm just carrying something and just start shilling it. No, I put money where my mouth is. So if I'm aggressively talking about it, if you just know that I don't buy into that thing well, I have invested into that, and then after it's something and then maybe it doesn't work out well. Now imagine how much I've lost. Imagine the kind of money I'd lost compared to the distance. So if I now say that, oh, because I've lost, I will not trade again. I won't trade again. What will happen? What is going to happen to me? And maybe that next one I said I won't trade again. That next one will not be the one that will not do 1000x or 100x or 500x or 50x or 20x. You will not be feeling bad on yourself that what is the demon that is doing me? Why is it that the one that will buy will flop and the one that will not buy will not do well? There is no demon doing you. There is no force doing you. You are just the one who have refused to embrace the losses. You are trying to put yourself in a state of denial. See, no matter how good anybody is, any trader in this world that tells you they don't take losses, they are liars and you should run away from them. And this is the thing that always captivates people a lot and they get messed up. Let's look because we're going to look at charts, right? I'm going to analyze and show some trades. Now, in last year was 2024. So in 2023, we had a trading challenge. It was back-to-back wins. A lot of money, a lot of testimonies. It was back-to-back. That was when we launched the Bible Trading Network. Then last year, we decided to host a trading challenge again. And then it was a struggle. Loss here, win here, loss here, win here. My win rate was not as it should be, which it usually is. It was on the 50-50 side. My win rate dropped drastically. And everything is public. There's nothing being hidden there. If I lose, people know that we're losing together. If I win, we're winning together. But this is the point. It means what it means is losses will happen. These things will occur. But if you embrace it and have a mindset, and that's why I always teach strategy. I teach management. What will keep you in the long run is strategy. Because if you have an understanding that you are in a money management industry, and you want to manage your money well, it will literally help you. So you are going to make a lot of wins at the end of the day. So at the end of the month, at the end of the week, you are going to be very grateful. Very grateful. And you say, okay, I've made this amount of money. I'm making progress. So the problem at times is not jumping from one group to another group, jumping from one mentor to another mentor. Sit down and tell yourself the truth that you are messing yourself up. Because once you jump to another group, to another mentor, and pay this one and pay that, what is going to happen is that maybe the first 2-3 trades is going to be good, and the rest you now start losing. Now, this one step, you know, be like this. So you join it becomes a circle. You will end up nowhere. January has passed. We're now in February. The market is about to pick and going to run for the next 2-3 weeks or so. If you repeat the same thing, March may present an opportunity. The market is going to dip. But after March, you will never have the opportunity again for your life till you die. I mean it. You will never have it. So if you don't learn what you need to learn now and brace and sit up, nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to save you. You need to understand it. Nobody is coming to save you. It is the hard truth. But if you take this hard truth as I'm saying it, it will help you. Your mindset will reset. Your approach to the market will reset. You will sit up. You will take responsibility. You will start taking the right actions for profiting on a back-to-back basis. You will look back at yourself in the next couple of months. You'll be burning in so much money, so much profit, so much gains, and you'll be happy that Shifu said it. Shifu told me, and I'm grateful to God because I listened to what Shifu said today. embrace the losses, and the wins will be inevitable. So with that being said, number 3, we're talking about how to make the most amount of money in the next 2 weeks. I said join the group platform, the group for the ETF, and then I talk about this second point is very, very important. Now let's talk about the third thing: swing trade and day trade. Swing trade and day trade. So these are two different day trading is trade that is going to be common on a daily basis. Right now we can't day trade because the market is still braising up, right? Tomorrow is 6th of February. I actually say that we can literally start day trading from the 6th of February. So tomorrow is 6th of February. So we're still watching. But what I'm going to show us now is going to be more of swing trade, right? Swing trade. Now, whether you are having leverage or normal DeFi, Digen, whatever, so separate them. Separate the swing trades and then the day trade. Let them be separate, right? I've already thought about this before, so I think you have to watch the previous videos to know how to do all that in the past sessions. That there should be the swing trade and there should be separated. Either it's sport, whether you're trading on sport or trading on leverage, have them separate. So I'm going to show you Bitcoin, what I'm projecting for Bitcoin. I'm going to show you Ethereum, and now you don't need to take both of them. There's no point taking both of them, but except your portfolio can carry, you know how to manage the risk fine. But what I would say is the best thing to do is you could, let's say BTC or Ethereum, you could choose one of them. That's number one. And then you could decide to take 2 meme coins. I'm just telling you what I do most times. I would either choose, well, most personally, sometimes I do both BTC and Ethereum. Well, because I trade a lot of accounts. So some account I could do Bitcoin, some account I do Ethereum. So it depends on whatever works for you. So there's BTC, there's Ethereum. You could, let's say you could pick one of them, and then you could pick 2 meme coins and then 1 utility play. So in total, you're just gonna be on like just four trades or so, and you're good to go for swings. Every other thing should just be intraday trades and just making money. Why those swings come into play, and they will, as they move into play, they make you the most amount of money. So you're keeping your portfolio concentrated. You're not doing so many things, but at the end of the next 1, 2, 3 weeks, you have made so much amount of money. And yes, for DeFi, for DJing, for memes, for Solana plays, Ethereum plays, I drop them a lot in the bull run, but I'm going to still share. I'll share information with regards that I'll post on the, what's it called, on the Telegram as well for you guys. But with that being said, let me share my screen. And let's look at Bitcoin first of all. So if you look at Bitcoin, and if you were in the last Crypto Capital show, first and foremost, you will see this thing. You will see remember this I drew for us that it tapped the daily key level, whatever it's called. So it tapped it very, very well and bounced up. So you see this arrow I drew, I told us that, and there were 2 arrows I drew for us. I said that one to just tap here and then move, more like sweep here. But I don't expect it to sweep. I just expect it to come into this range, however. And then this is going to be the stop loss. And then I drew something that said that it's to create a level of liquidity and then move up. And it actually did. But to see it, you have to go to the 2 hours. So this is the 2 hours. And this was what was created here. And then the second candle came in, cleared it, and then it moved upwards. So usually this happened. This is like a trade opportunity. One enters here, close as well. But I entered the long trade opportunity here, which I shared to those in the bull run group or so, which I think I closed, but I may still enter again. So my projection is this could go as high as the same range, the same target levels I've always had and I've always talked about is 1010, 108, 109, 1010. 108, 109, 1010. So if maybe I want to, what we are having like is what we call a V shape, a V shape, a V shape pattern. In a V shape pattern, what happens most times is that price moves up and then it comes down before it now continue moving up again. That's two things happen in V shape. The first one is that price moves up, comes down, and then continue moving up. The second thing that happens is price moves down, clear off this V-shaped thing, and then continues upwards. So what we're having is a V-shaped movement. Which one that is going to happen is a symposium. But regardless, if I want to enter this trade, I would enter a long position, like let's say at CMP right now, and then use this as my stop loss, 93. 93630. So this means that if this hits stop loss, then that means the second thing I talked about is about to happen. That's if it stops me out, then it means the second thing is about to happen. That means if you just clear the 91K level and then to now pick higher. So that means I will now set up an entry and write the entry from there. What I want to do is to ouch. I'm coming. I'm trying to update the nine 10 110. Okay, this is better for me. I think so. It's safer this way. Okay, I have 92970. It's 110, right? That's what I said. 110. 110,000 coming. Okay, I think this is perfect. 110,000. So if I want to enter, I can enter at CMP currently, and then I could use 92970 as the stop loss. It's going to be a 1 to 3 hour trade, and it's the same TP, right? So this was my initial entry, the first entry I entered yesterday. I think yesterday or the day before. The date it dipped. I entered on BTC. I'm still holding mine. My final tip is 1 110. This was the one, the first entry I shared. That was last crypto capital show series or so. And the funny thing is, the first one is still like 1 to 3 RR. See 1 to 3 RR. The same thing with this other one too is also 1 to 3 RR. So when it gets to 110,000 per BTC. So this for Bitcoin. I'm coming. I want to, for those who like to either screenshots or whatever it's called, I want to, what I'm doing on the screen now is to remove the price label so you can literally see clearly the coordinates. Okay. We are good to go, darlings. Good to go, darling. And so, but this is an okay, like, this coordinate is okay, not that bad. Okay. Today's Wednesday, right? Okay. Cool. Tuesday. So usually it is normal for price to clear. So this was Monday. This is Monday's high. This Tuesday's high. So it's usual, like I always say, that Tuesday creates some form of I used to call it liquidity, right? I've taught us the weekly movement for BTC. So when Tuesday creates liquidity, this Tuesday's high, Tuesday's low. So this means if Bitcoin wants to go up, the low of Tuesday will need to be cleared first. So this is, if this is Tuesday's low, then you can just wait for this low to clear, and then this could be a perfect entry. So let me readjust the entry, so you could make the entry a limit instead. I'm just thinking of a smarter, smoother hula ball. Come on, let me hide this other. How do I do this? Okay. So this guy drops to 96K, and if he peaks from 96K, the funny thing is that the stop loss is still same, but the RR now becomes a bit more interesting. It's like getting a bigger RR. And the targets is still the same, 110,000. There's no change on our targets. The stop loss is still the same, but the difference is that this will give you a 1 to 4 RR. A 1 to 4 RR. So this is clear now. So Wednesday clears Tuesday's liquidity, and then it targets, it gives you the entry. Thursday clears what's it called, Tuesday's high, and usually Friday, if Thursday clears Monday's high, it creates a new, then Friday will create a new high. This is me just interpreting how the market moves on Bitcoin on a weekly basis. What I just said now happens every week in Bitcoin, except there's a major event that disrupts it, but it always happens every week on Bitcoin. So Monday, like I said, is the first move of the market. Tuesday, the liquidity day for the market. Wednesday, it clears either side of the market depending on the direction it wants to go. So if it wants to go up, it has to clear down. Tuesday's down. If it wants to go down, it has to clear Tuesday up, whatever. So we're presuming that it's going to go up, so it has to clear this down, right? And then clears this by, what's it called? Clears this by. So people who are even a bit more advanced in their trading or so can do this, what's it called? People who are a bit more advanced could literally use like a more customized maybe entry from a smaller time frame, or even want to use a different stop loss and stick smash up a better RR. But this is me just giving, like, for the people who will be like, I don't understand all this jargon you're saying, Shifu. What is, just tell me where to enter and where to go out. People who are in that category, you still people in that category, this is for you. I think this is clear enough on the screen. So this is me entertaining both categories: the people who what I'm saying is too big for their head, and those who want to understand. Sam says my head won't blow. Don't like that. So either ways, this the entries are on the screen, right? To help people who just want limit and all that. The entries is there for you to help you. So then let us go to Ethereum. The thing about Uncle Ethereum is that Uncle Ethereum is always being different. Very anyhow somebody. Very anyhow somebody. So this is actually my entry for Ethereum, but to be candid, it may not get that low. Let's just assume that Ethereum is going to do like Bitcoin. Let's just assume it. Let us assume it wants to do like Bitcoin and then it comes down. This could also be a buying point, but 2390 zone is actually my entry. And then this is my TP targets. In fact, see this area, I'm going to do this from 3000. Activating the label. So see at 3068, 3200. I don't think Ethereum will go higher than this area. Anything from 3068 or 3000, because see here, I want to show us what. So if you see here on Ethereum, one thing you want to look out for is, if you look, this is the proper breakdown, right? I've forgotten what they call this thing, but they used to call it one of those patterns. There's a pattern name. Whatever pattern name is, I don't know. I don't used to have all those names in my head. But there's a pattern this is called. And this pattern, let's say this is the support, and then this is the trend line, and then the support has been broken downward instead of breaking upward. So this means it will trade back into it and then continue going downwards. So now trading back into it could be in two ways. It could just trade into this zone, because this now is what is called DTS, right? Demand turns supply. So or support turn resistant, SBR, anyone, but whatever funny name is being called, supply, support, all of them means the same thing, just slight difference. But this is a supply zone now. So usually there are a lot of people that when price gets into the supply zone, don't want to sell. And the funny thing the market could do is that instead of it to sell immediately from here, it will want to stretch and drag them a bit higher. So usually to take out their stop loss or whatever it's called before it continues going downwards. But we're projecting that it's going to go downwards to 2,000 to 1,900 in the month of March. But if we're saying that in this month that we're in, within the next 2 weeks, it's going to be bullish, then how bullish is it going to get? That means it has the opportunity of dancing within this range. This white lines you're seeing here within this range as well. So if one to buy, one could enter an entry here, because it may not even come as low as this 2390, right? But one could get an entry here also, just as Bitcoin picks as well. One could just use, and if you're trading on a swing, you just want to focus on using a very low leverage. That's what is most important. Trading on swing, you want to make sure you use a low leverage as well. And I don't know what the time is for those who are in, those who use GMT plus one. I don't know what the time is right now, but for those of you in West Africa, what's the time now right now? What's the time? What's your time, please? Because it's going to help me tell you going to help me tell you the next thing I want to say, so you don't get confused. Okay, awesome, because it's all right, fantastic. 7:53. So this means in like an hour's time, the 4-hour candle is going to be closing for you guys. The 4-hour candle is going to be closing in an hour's time, right? So if the current 4-hour candle closes, so you got to have like 1 hour. So within the next 1 hour, this thing could drop more, and that could give us an entry. So within the next 1 hour, this could drop more, and an entry could be given, or if it's not given, between we've got like this current 4-hour candle closing, and then there's one more 4-hour candle that will be left for the day. That's for Wednesday, gone before we enter Thursday. So no need to stress, no need to be worried about that at all. No need to stretch and no need to worry about that. Okay. Okay. So there's no need to stretch and no need to worry about that. So just expect that for Ethereum. We've talked about BTC, we've talked about Ethereum. So down to meme coins. Meme coins. So already I gave entries to those who are in the bull run group, which is I gave entries of 0.22, 0.2, or 0.19 or so. All our entries have been picked. We picked from the we sniped this. This was we're very accurate on this one, and we're still in profit, right? So, but if you want to enter this one, you will have to use a large stop. We've already entered this, and it's already in profit. And I think it's pulling back to, obviously the whole market is pulling back to this red, and so remember what I said, two things that could happen during a V recovery or a V-shaped reversal. One of two things could happen. Very, very important. The first one that could happen is that we could see it come. So this is V. This is what we call V, a V recovery in the market. So when it basically drops like the way it dropped and then bounce, but it needs to sell down a bit halfway into that week before it continues by, or it may even come down to clear up what it did the day before and then peak start reversing. Either way, the reversal will happen. Either way, the reversal, the market will move up. But because you're trading on leverage now, you want to swing trade, you need this understanding so you know how to risk and how to set your stop loss at the other. Because even though I'm showing on the chart and explanation, different people are understanding this. Which person is navigating and going to take trade is even going to be different at the same time. So that's why I'm making emphasis on that. So I said you decide to pick BTC or Ethereum, anyone that goes for you, and then you pick probably two meme coins. I'm just showing Doge here, right? So like I told you, my prediction for Doge is still on the high side, right? I'm still seeing Doge should get to $2. So my prediction for Doge is still $2. This coin has been very, very strong. I don't know why this hype guy, despite the market bleeding, it's been very, very strong. It shows how strong the ecosystem is. That is what's having a good look on it. Then we've had PEEP. So if you look at let's look at the bigger picture for PEEP. PEEP is one of those coins that I've been catching every major swing on PEEP from as far back as 2023. This run here, I caught it. This second run, I caught this third one from February last 2024. Some of you saw that some of the screenshots where I did over 100,000% on PEEP. So it was this on MXC. I caught this as well. Caught these two as well, and then we have this run. And now PEEP has had a very solid balance structure. You don't need a vision other than this. Which other better vision do you need other than this? Can't you see? Can't you see? See this? The stars are aligning. The stars are aligning. So I think this should suffice for the two memes. I've shown two memes already. So this should suffice for that. How you play it on the lower time frame is up to you, because I want to run. I have a party to attend. I need to go and party tonight. So I want to rush and go for my party. Okay. What else am I supposed to tell you guys? What utility? I need to give you guys one utility. Utility. Okay. We're looking for what's it called? Ondo. Ondo USDT. So I'm not using the USDT.P as it is on what's it called? This for the utility, right? So I'm looking out for the utility. So just hold on a bit, hold on a bit. I'm trying to get us an entry, so bear with me because what may be showing on the screen may be confusing to you. So do not worry. Okay. I think you have to just set a limit, right? Set the limits here around 1.2 region or so. That's if it picks. Hopefully it picks or so. But it is not if you just set a limit around here, 1.2 levels, shouldn't be a bad idea at all. If you just set a limit, if it picks, fine. If it doesn't pick, sorry. Two ways you could also do this. You could decide to say, you could decide to use what is called average this year, right? Average this year when you enter a trade as a zone, like you know the trade could pull back, or you could just enter a bit, and if it pulls back to that 1.2, you enter again, like you split your entries as well. So what will happen is if you're entering this, you could just set your limit and then so let me do this for the sake I'm doing this. Usually sometimes I just enter and then calculate this, but I'm doing this because of the people who are always wanting for somebody to do something for them. They always want you to do everything for them. So because of this people now is they are the ones that are making me to do this 2.2. Okay. Usually for utility play like this, I may not even want to even use any stop loss. But for those who must calculate, you can use this to calculate. Then for those who are advanced, you have to, what is it called? For those who are advanced, you need to you can actually use your own do your own calculation on it. But I will still personally, I am entering this trade, so this particular one here. So I'll update the stop loss. I'll share it on both of the, it's on the Telegram, so you will have to keep an eye out on Telegram. I'll share it from, I'll post on the Bull Run group, then I'll share it to the public Telegram. So that's for those who enter this. So this is, that's for utility, right? So I've shared an overview for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then I've also shared an overview for meme coins too. I showed Peep, I showed Dodge, and then I'm looking at for Ondo as the utility. And I'm saying that there are two ways you could decide this. You could decide to want to set a limit around this level, which I just showed, and calculate it with the stop loss, or you can decide to enter in at CMP right now. Personally, that's the play I'm looking at. I'm entered already at CMP, and then if it comes a bit lower, I'm going to enter again. So I calculate it that way. So, but this is me trying to provide analysis for both those who are, should I say, newbies, confused people, and those who are advanced traders to know how each want to play. But I'm looking at Ondo, riding Ondo for the next weeks on utility as well. So maybe I make some good amount of money out of it. So, but this is the thing you should understand. If your portfolio is less than 20K, right? If your portfolio is less than 20K, that's less than $20,000, your focus is that you want to flip and maximize. You want to flip and maximize. So by the time most of these trades are moving up and making a lot of money, and then the next couple of weeks and put together, you do your day trades, right? Because we're gonna do day trades. Whatever I'm sharing to you now are not day trades, they are all swing trades. So if you're the impatient type, you don't want to play with them, that's not for you. But we're going to do day trades, and day trade is going to be when the market has come into full procession, into full movement, into full craze and whatnot together. That's when we're going to do day trades as well. So but most times, some of these trades I did take them on my what's it called, on my forex accounts and whatnot as well. So basically, if you know your portfolio is less than 20K, your focus is to flip. And when I'm saying flip is by the time this particular amount of money has been made, let's say the dates I gave, right? I say I talk about 26th, 28th, 24. I say 26th actually, 2 days before or 2 days after, and then but the 26th is the key date, right? Let's say by then you make sure you flipped, whether it's sports, be it sports, be it futures. So if the market begins to retrace, this is for people who their whole livelihood is in crypto now. So when the market begins to retrace, you can always buy lower, right? You can always buy lower. But if your livelihood is not solely on crypto, you have a lot of other things you're doing, you may not need to do all that. All you just want to do is, as the opportunity comes, you buy the dip, right? You BTD and co and whatnot. So our focus is within the next weeks for us to make the most amount of money. Somebody said that I mentioned something here. Let me scroll to the comments. Okay. Because I know said, okay, this person says, boss, you said we should remind you concerning an airdrop you want to drop on something. Yes, I think Shola had dropped that airdrop before. It should be Kinto, right? It's Kinto I want to talk about. Kinto. Shola, should you drop Kinto on the this thing? You have to, I don't know. Let me type the search. They are doing a token sale on the 18th on February to be transferred and listed on exchanges by the 31st of March. Okay. Well, I think it's Shola posted it on the this thing. Okay. Don't forget it. So they're already claiming the airdrop. That means this is for people who participated in it. So that means is the airdrop over, Shola? Is the airdrop over? If it's over, then that means people, the only opportunity for people now is for people to participate in the TGE, or what's it called, the pre-sale, IC, or whatever it's called. But there's an option on for people who are trading, right? So that's the focus. My focus is not the other activities. My focus is activities on the trading for it. There's an option for people who are trading. That's for Kinto as well. You can still use the platform to still trade on Kinto. You will still get points for trading on Kinto as well. So like this leverage trades now you're doing, we decide to take this leverage trades for on King. That's on the Kinto itself. But I just, if you're on the airdrop this thing, I think I just clicked on. I just, what did I even say? I did that. I just did something like I highlighted it. I highlighted it. Yes, yes, yes. Exactly. That's what I want to talk about. Thank you. What I want to talk about is those who can mine the K through trading. So you see, as I'm showing chart now, analysis and this one. So now the money you can then let's even if it's $50, $20, whatever amount you can, $1,000, $200,000, 100,000, whatever amount you send there into the platform and you trade there. If you're the more you're trading there, whether you're losing or you're winning, it's gonna generate K for you. And the airdrop is gonna be really big. It's gonna be very, very big. A lot of people make a lot of money out of it. Very, very big. And the airdrop, the launching is 31st of March. It will be very, very, very big too. Very, very big. So you want to participate in it. So the first other tax are over, but the trading tax is still active as well. And I just highlighted where on the airdrop where Shiba posted about it. So that is that for the airdrop put together as well. So for those who want to join the Bull Run group, the ETF, you can always reach out via the. I think if you check on the description, you will see a link direct to my WhatsApp. Reach out on WhatsApp, get the price, pay, and plug in. Be a part of the movement and position yourself this season and make a lot of money for yourself. It's the best thing you can do for yourself right now as well. So that is that for today. I'm going to see you guys again on Sunday, right? On Sunday, we're having our next our crypto capital show, our crypto capital series. But maybe, most likely before Sunday, I may create time. I'm a very busy schedule this period, but before Sunday, I will create time and we may do. If I don't do a quick live in between the day, I will just drop chart. I will share charts from the Bull Run to the general committee as well. And there's a play I'm looking at. I give the play to those in the Bull Run group, but I'm not sharing it out right now until I see activities. When it starts going up in value, I may decide to now forward it to the general committee so you can get in as well. But if you're joining in the Bull Run group right now, you could also get in as well and take advantage of it before it moves up. But it's unfair if every time I post there, I just send it to. No, it's unfair for people who are there. So sometimes some of the calls I share have done like 3, 4, 5x before even coming out to the public as well. So if you want that, make sure you join in. But regardless, there's a 1 or 2 calls I'm looking at that we do extremely very well as well, which I'm going to share to the public from the Bull Run group when they start performing as well. But if you want to get it early, make sure you plug in. But regardless, if you want to still get it late, just be where you are. Later on, when it's already moving up the profit, I'll forward it. Bye for now, everybody. Have a blessed time and let's make money. The video is going to be left on the YouTube. You can always rewatch it, check it, where the chart analysis. If you didn't get it clearly, rewatch all this section, copy out the charts, screenshot it, and then position yourself. I'm gonna try to send the links later to the channels. I'll do that later on. Maybe when I'm back from my party. I'm going out for a party now. And when I'm back, I'm going to do that. Bye for now, everyone. See ya when I see you all.